sports, 100% reflective. Sometimes it's Raven. Sometimes it's other teams affected. Hold on tight, strap in. It's going to get hectic. Couch Rider Report. An original sports perspective. Alright folks, look here. Welcome back to the home of Original Sports Perspective. From our couch to yours, this is your host, Jermaine Lockett. What a game. Hey, we are still undefeated. Since, 2015 in the preseason. So that means nothing. It really doesn't. But, you know what? Oh, well. And I know y'all don't want to sit here and go through a full-on recap of this entire game because I know some of us got church in the morning, some of y'all got to put kids to bed, all these different things. So I'm going to try to get to this as quick as I can to say, hey, look, great game. And I had a few notes that I went through during the game. So, of course, we saw that Baltimore had a very, very vanilla offense other than Snoop. It was something just forgettable. Indeed. So anyway, I feel that Baltimore's not revealing their offense as they normally do during the preseason. They do not reveal that true offensive scheme until week one when they see that week one opponent. They have no reason to reveal it until they see that week one opponent, which will be the Las Vegas Raiders. So we don't know what's coming, but we do see a little taste of what Lamar Jackson will probably be doing because maybe Huntley looked pretty good on that read option run there. So I was like, woo, look at that. Look at that boy go. That's Lamar Jackson stunt, man. Go Snoop. There you go. Other things about the offense, the ground game was trash. Let's just be honest. Nobody could get anything done except for Williams. He moved the chains a couple of times on third down, so very proud of his performance. McSorley had no pocket, and when he did, he didn't do much with his opportunities. Somebody who did show up, it looks like McSorley was finding him on the regular, was Devin Duvernay. So Duvernay, I think he had about 6 different targets. He caught 4 of those passes for about 26 yards. Jalen Moore had, I think, 32 yards off of 2 different catches, and I think a long of 17 yards. So I think, you know, they had an okay night. What's the name? Wallace made a liar out of me and disappeared completely. Was targeted twice and did not get a catch on the night. Hopefully in, game number 2, he is able to show up a little better than he did tonight because it was just like, okay, like I made this whole post right before the game thinking Wallace is definitely going to show up and do his thing. And it just did not happen. It didn't happen that way. But the offense as a whole was not clicking until Snoop came in. And I say Snoop, I'm talking about Tyler Huntley, y'all. So just so you know, if I say Lamar Jackson stuntman, you know who I'm talking about. But that was pretty much the offense. Like I said, outside of Williams and Snoop, I really wasn't that much to be impressed with. I was really hoping that Oliver would have taken another step too and been did something pretty impressive. But let's just keep the party going. We'll move over to the defense. They are in mid-season form. Oh, my goodness. It was crazy. I had so many notes on them. Just like, oh, wow. So, of course, we'll start off with the obvious. Geno Stone, and he's bouncing off people's practice squads. And, he gets picked up by us, but we just weren't committal to him. And then he comes over here and is like, hey, this is why you should be committal because I am a ball hawk. Let's go get it. Has 2 picks on the night. The defense as a whole has 6 forced turnovers. Way to go. Kudos. Let's go. That looked like a mid-season form defense. So anyway, somebody else that I wanted to point out was Aaron Crawford. He looked pretty good. On one play, he has like a full-on run stop. I mean, he just blew up the run. And then the next play, he almost has a near sack. I think it was a near sack. He was so close to getting that sack. It was crazy. He was a big piece of the turnover on downs on that play. And then when it comes to Broderick Washington, he looked pretty solid. And he was finding a way to get into the backfield on a few plays. I liked how Madubuike and Harrison, how they looked, how they teamed up, and they just kind of wrecked the middle. I think both of them had forced fumbles on the evening, but they met together a couple times when it came to stopping the run and forcing those fumbles. So I'm looking forward to seeing them be a big force in stopping the run during the regular season. Next was, let's see, we got improvement areas, I'll be honest. The ground game defense, they gave up 96 total yards. It wasn't that great. And then the intermediate pass defense. For some reason, like on third down, you could see those conversions getting made because like right across the middle of the field, there was a wide receiver just catching it across the middle of the field to move the change. It was like, wow. One of them was on AA, and they actually, Anthony Averett, he had an up and down game. He almost had a pick. I thought he had a pick when it was thrown. Thought for sure it was a pick, but it wasn't a pick. So I was just like, all right, well, he was in the right place, right time. But there was also plays where he gave up down the field, in the middle of the field, deep, that I think they got the touchdown, I think the first touchdown on. But if we had to say some improvement areas, but definitely the ground game, giving up those 96 yards, intermediate passing game over the middle, and then when it came to the pressure, there was pressure, but we wanted them to get home a little bit more. There were times where you saw players like Hayes, getting an arm on the quarterback but not closing it. You had Ardarius Washington, who would have had the quarterback dead to rights, but the quarterback was able to spin out of it. Sometimes you just got to break down and make that play. Yeah, I see you coming in full speed, but break it down and just make the play, man. He was coming in trying to get that thunderous sack, but hey, just make the play. I think what else? Like I said, Dalen Hayes, he looked pretty good. Owe, we saw the pressure there. We saw the defense as a whole just completely wrecking shop when it came to the amount of pressure, and because of that pressure, the game was closed out at the end with an interception. I was like, yeah, this is a solid play here. Sean Wade, way to go! Get used to getting interceptions. Hopefully, that is happening as a regular thing for you and Ravens Nation. Well, flock, we have come to the end of this video. I'm gonna miss y'all until the next time. This is your Couch Rider Raven saying, hey, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and smack that bell so you know when it's going down, baby. Y'all take care. Peace.